Who's gonna what?
No, she has to wear shoes too. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, even for her, that's a pretty blatant one. Just tell her no. Thanks.
Hey, everyone wants us to talk.
Oh, that was Isela.
Okay, hang on a
Zoe,
sec. I'm going back here.
Apparently,
go ahead.
Zoe, our 6-year-old, just told our nanny that Mom had said she didn't have to wear clothes to school. So I've always loved Zoe's flexible moral compass when it comes to telling the truth. It's more like a guideline versus an absolute rule with her. But then again, she is 6.
That's.
But I did specify, no, Zoe, you do have to wear clothes to school, sweetheart.
Yes.
That is a priority.
One of the things that saved us was doing the fake text. Well, Mom said I could have candy right now. Well, let's just find out. Oh, and it's better if you do the voice thing because then she hears it and you go, okay. Yeah, Erin. Zoe said that she could. And at that point, Zoe's going, no, it's okay.
It's
I don't
good.
really need candy now. It's overrated. So don't. Good morning. Todd and Erin morning stream. GephartDaily.com. We've got some incredible stories today.
Did you already do the Morning Mountain Camp? Did that count as the Morning Mountain Camp, whatever random
Yeah, I
grainy
think it
image
did.
that
Brought
was?
to you by
Brio Technologies,
Exactly.
experts in lighting, sound, and visual.
That was us.
Okay, that's good too.
So
yeah.
stories today. First of all, if you love Bigfoot, you're going to love this show. The scientists have gotten involved.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, everyone's been sick of the porch bandits because it's just driving everyone nuts. Somebody actually returned something with an apology note.
They stole a Christmas present off someone's porch that had been delivered.
Now this is so cool. There's a game manufacturer that makes billions of dollars on their games, and this 14-year-old figured out a cheat sheet on how to score numbers. And so he had simply put up a little explanatory video, and they're suing him for $2 million.
He's a kid.
He's 14.
He sells.
I would totally be hiring that kid. What is wrong with you?
Right? Counterintelligence.
I know, exactly.
All right, that's all coming up this morning.
Okay, so this was exciting. I'm very relieved we didn't open that package in front of Zozo.
Isn't that weird, though? We're talking about the porch bandits and stuff, but we got a package the other day, and it was like, oh, there's a package.
Last night, freaking huge, like this and
so
that?
we bring it in.
Yeah.
We bring it in the kitchen, and all of us standing around because we totally forgot it's almost Christmas.
Our memories aren't that strong.
Slicing the tape off, and Zoe's now up on her chair, and she's looking down, and then it's just like we start opening it, and all of a sudden there's a unicorn there, and it's like push her off the chair, onto her butt, block the package. And so it was like, oh, we forgot it's December,
We're going to have to find something locked because Zachy is the master of finding hidden things.
Right.
So this is going to be dark. I mean, I don't think the old under the bed game is going to work anymore.
Right.
Zoe's a lot more suspicious now.
Your candies, too, I have a suggestion.
Yeah?
Because tell them what your addiction is.
Peppermint Kisses. Seriously, no.
The Hershey's.
The Hershey's Peppermint Kisses at Christmas, the white ones with the red stripes, like you're not dying right now. They actually sold out, like in every store in the valley.
How long have I been looking for you?
For about 2 weeks. I love you.
About 2 weeks. And they have that little candy cane crunchy thing kind of in it.
The little bits in it. It's delicious.
So
as a matter of fact, if you eat too many, you get like a raw mouth. The same way, when you eat Captain Crunch, how it tears up your mouth.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's worth the pain.
Well, I found out, and I watched some lady online, and I figured out the perfect way for you to hide those. Because it doesn't work. Well, I did it with your salad dressing that Zachy eats all the time. And I took a box, and I cut the bottom out of the box, and I put it over the thing, and I tucked it in the corner. And so he's not going to look at chicken stock, is he? No. And then the lady takes a bag of Brussels sprouts, and she empties out the Brussels sprouts, takes the bag of Kisses, puts it in there, puts it back in the freezer.
That's dark.
It will never be touched.
I respect that.
The only one bigger thing they could use defensively would be kale. Kale would work.
It's true. I swear to God, it's so true. That would be perfect.
All right. So you did say, since we're on the whole thing about packages and deliveries, it's really become a big issue. And let's mention that again. Is Woods Cross Police.
I thought that was so cool.
They said send your packages to the police station so they're not sitting on your porch, because a lot of people troll behind the delivery trucks and wait to watch and see where they're going.
Yeah.
Then they run up and steal the thing. So the cops at Wood Cross said, bring us your packages.
Now, I was worried because I'm like, how on earth...
And they'll call you.
How on earth are you going to be able to store all that? How do you have manpower and personnel to even run all that? And the chief said something wonderful. He said, we would rather be getting to know and meeting the people
Our
in
friends.
our community
Right.
instead of chasing after the thieves after the fact. And I thought that is freaking genius.
Plus, if you have a special
that is
situation,
such a great thing.
like a handicap or you're not mobile enough, they'll bring it to you.
That's really the smartest idea. And
Let's
I know it's
cross.
not realistic for everybody,
Boom.
but that's such a cool thing.
So what's this thing about someone? Did they get caught or what?
Well, here's the thing. Every time something gets stolen from us, like our car gets broken into, or the last thing was
My utility
Todd's
trailer.
with all of our lawn tools and the mulch, and I keep going.
You keep bringing up the mulch.
Well, I keep going, how could someone do that? How could they do that? Why did they? And you keep saying the same thing every time. They don't care.
They don't care.
They do not care. And I keep trying to argue the moral implication of why wouldn't you? And you're like, they don't care. And it sort of stops my argument dead. But there was someone that was reached.
What?
No, this was cool. 2 days after a package vanished from his front porch, Sean Colma said that he found the package back on his front porch with an apology letter. And it was amazing. It said, "To whom it may concern, I'm writing you this letter to apologize for the scumbag move I made the other day.
Oh.
When ringing the doorbell, that was not my intention. I was just going to look over to see if your vinyl fence was for sale. I do not know what came over me. It will never happen again. Once again, I am truly sorry for my inconvenience and selfish ways. If you need anything, I will be at your service." And he also included a small stuffed animal because apparently the package had a present for Sean's daughter. Right? And it's interesting because he had posted this on Facebook because he had video. He had one of those video doorbells that shoots, a little image.
Oh, so he put the word out.
Yeah, and he put out, says, that's him walking up, and he's looking down at the package, and he had reported, the thing to the Unified Police Department, but, so, it was amazing. So he said,
Stop.
what?
Give me your feet. Give me your feet. I thought we had a rule about this.
I never agreed to the rule.
Just magic of Christmas going out the door. You guys, hang on to those for me, okay?
You're such a
Just hang on to
Scrooge.
those. All right. It's a little distracting,
Every time you throw out my slippers, another little angel dies. I just hope you're happy with yourself. That's all.
Okay,
But no,
so
this is so
okay.
cool though. So he'd put out this big Facebook
Yeah.
thing, and for loyal friends, and we would all, that sucks. That's so mean.
Right.
That's horrible. And people had I thought, he said, would you just share it and see if somebody knows this guy?
Right.
Thousands of people shared the information, and they'd done like possible names and addresses and stuff. But so I'm not sure if someone's actually identified the guy and said, hey, dude, you suck, or he just had an attack of the conscience. But he brought
which
it back.
one are you going to go with?
I'm going to believe that he had a conscience.
Okay, good.
I'm going to believe that's what
Very
happened.
good.
But you have to admit, that is a really good letter. That is a man who wants to make amends.
A change. Make
Yeah.
a change.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. Big announcement. I'm going to
Yes,
say
tell
big
me.
announcement. Trump is coming on Monday to Utah.
Dun, dun, dun. No big music sting? Okay.
Okay, that's enough. Let's move on. BYU researchers have done something super cool.
Well, here's the deal. If you talk to any medical professional, they are all bracing for what they are calling a tidal wave of Alzheimer's. Now,
Baby
Alzheimer's
boomers.
it's a terrifying diagnosis. Everybody knows that. There's an enormous amount of work and expense and misery and heartbreak for the
That
families.
could be my
that goes
dad's
with
brain.
it.
Right
Yeah.
there. That could be my dad's brain.
And my father has dementia, but it's
Right.
Similar.
So what did BYU do?
Here's the deal: the study authors, who are two BYU biology professors, did a lot of studies with relatives of Alzheimer's patients in Cache County, and what they found is the individuals share a genetic variant in one gene called RAB10 that they did not share with their loved one who died of Alzheimer's disease. So what they're saying is they've now discovered a genetic component that could stop you, because ideally, that I mean, not ideally certainly, but it tends to be genetic. There does tend to be some predisposition.
Right.
But they're saying the ones who didn't get it had one genetic variant that the ones who did. So what they're saying is now they might be able to do some work with the genetic variant that could stop Alzheimer's for good.
It just seems like it's so
Is
prevalent.
that the most incredible thing?
Is it because we're just more aware of it and they have a name for it now?
Part of it is the age, that it's an aging population. But if you take a look at, and I don't know if we've got this still or not, but if you look at population all around the globe of who dies from Alzheimer's, who gets it, who dies, it is all the developed industrialized world. It's Canada, the United States, it's Europe. If you
Africa, no.
Africa is next to nothing, and if you go through, and then you start going through the Middle East, and South America, very low rates. So part of it is life expectancy. It's true, but part of it there's something to do with how we live, our excesses,
right?
How much more, because there's certainly pollution in Africa, there's pollution in South America, so it's not really environmental triggered.
One of the things, because I think it's more prevalent now, but I remember reading a story, and this is back late 1920s, and basically what it was is they talked about.
Sorry. I know this was a serious discussion, but it looked weird because the Santa hat was right up your nose in the camera, and I thought that was kind of taking away from the seriousness of our conversation.
Evidently, there is a war against Christmas, and it just happened right there.
All right, go on. So, what did you learn about this?
Nothing. I'm moving on.
Oh no, come on, don't.
Hey, coming up next, we're gonna tell you. The woman is mistaken for trafficking.
Sex trafficking victim. And so,
fact or fiction, we're going to tell you coming up.
It's scary. Okay, yeah, let's go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by UtahCreditApproval.com. If you need a reliable automobile, and they know that credit can go bad for many, many reasons, you can repair it and also get the transportation you need by calling 801-921-9819. And it's also by Alta View Intermountain Healthcare. They have a brand new clinic that's actually 22 clinics, and they're having an open house on Tuesday the 7th and giving away a trip to Disneyland. Definitely worth a look. And also all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, where Uncle John is waiting with all of his employees to come out and make sure that you're going to be nice and warm and toasty this winter. Give them a call, or actually you can reach them more easily at allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello, everyone. Here's what's making headlines Friday, December 1st on GephartDaily.com. Police say a missing Riverdale man and his 2-year-old daughter have been located safe in Las Vegas and will soon be on their way home to Utah. Officials said Las Vegas Metro Police Department worked with the family of Josh and Gabby Stinger, and they traveled to Las Vegas to assist in locating the pair. Josh and Gabby have now been reunited with family members, and they will be traveling back to Utah in the near future. Josh Stinger was involved in a minor traffic accident in Riverdale on Tuesday morning. Gabby was a passenger in the car. Police say Stinger told his family he was returning home to his house with Gabby, but he never arrived. Both the father and daughter have medical conditions that require ongoing attention, and this was a cause for concern, police said. And President Trump is coming to Utah in 4 days to announce his decision to shrink the Bears Ears and Grand Staircase national monuments. He'll also meet with leaders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Senator Orrin Hatch organized the meeting, which is scheduled to include a visit to Welfare Square, a church complex which provides material assistance to families and individuals in need. This will be Trump's first visit to Utah as president. He's not expected to stay overnight. The Sundance Institute has released nearly all its confirmed titles for the 2018 Sundance Film Festival. Announced this week were films in the categories of U.S. Dramatic Competition, U.S. Documentary Competition, World Cinema Documentary Competition, Next, Premieres, Documentary Premieres, Midnight, Spotlight, and Kids. More lineup announcements, including shorts, new this year indie episodic, and New Frontier are forthcoming. The festival is scheduled for January 18th to 28th in Park City, with screenings at the Sundance Mountain Resort and in Salt Lake City as well. Time now for a look at our Wasatch Front weather report, brought to you by our shiny new sponsors at Brio Technologies, Utah's audiovisual specialists. Enjoy the last few days of this nice weather, because from Monday it's going to be cold. Daytime highs will stay in the upper 50s beneath mostly sunny skies, with storms coming in Sunday, and overnight lows in the 20s and 30s. That's it for now. For more local headlines 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com.
Melissa Cameron, how are you?
Good.
So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Utah Credit Approval. I got to tell you, I was very excited to come down and talk to you. Well, first of all, tell people what you do.
So we help people get into vehicles, help them arrange their financing, as well as find them the vehicles that they're looking for.
And who are these people that you're helping? Because it says Utah Credit Approval. Why are they coming to you instead of like the regular way that people buy cars.
No, we help everyone. Mostly people who have less than perfect credit, which is a lot of us.
Right.
And specifically those who have filed bankruptcy. We're really strong in the bankruptcy department.
All right, so someone files bankruptcy. What are the main reasons for filing bankruptcy?
A lot of reasons are medical.
Medical.
Either not having insurance or just not working out how they needed it to. Another one is divorce, loss of job, that kind of thing.
Now, and you need a vehicle to work, obviously,
to get to
and
work.
so they come to you.
Exactly.
The challenge you have is to find someone who's going to loan them this money. How do you go about that, and who do you talk to on that?
So we have several lenders as well as credit unions,
Right.
that we send their profile over to.
Are they in Guam
No.
or the Philippines?
No, they're here.
Right?
They're here. They're
Right along
here.
the Wasatch
Yeah.
Front.
Our regional finance director has been doing finance for 30 years. So just by looking at their profile, he knows exactly where to send them, who's going to pick them up and give them a loan with good interest.
Because someone might not know that a lot of the banks, the people you work with specifically, do have subprime, which
Correct.
is people who are
Right.
having trouble, loans, because they don't advertise them.
Right.
Really.
Right. A lot of the credit unions won't advertise. They don't want, for whatever reason, that getting out there.
Right.
Yeah, but they do.
But you have your people.
absolutely.
Well, if somebody comes in, they give you all the paperwork you need and stuff. What kind of timeline is there to actually go and get a vehicle?
We can get them into a vehicle that day. When they have filed bankruptcy, that day that they filed, they can actually come see us and drive away in a vehicle.
What?
Yeah, so it's pretty quick. Generally, 2 hours from start to finish.
Start to finish?
And they can be driving away in a vehicle.
See why I was so excited
Yeah.
about this? It is such a cool thing because, the medical thing kills me.
Right, it
The
does.
divorce thing kills me.
Right.
And then you're standing there, you got your kids.
Yeah.
And the vehicles, let's just finish with that. What kind of vehicles are we looking at?
So we look at we have all makes and models.
Right.
We definitely steer towards the newer vehicles. You don't want something that's going to be broken down.
Right.
So 2009 or newer. We saw a lot of 16s, 15s
Okay.
vehicles, and it's what make and what model they want. We have access to 4,000 vehicles, so we're a little bit different because it's like, well, what do you want to be in? What do you like?
Yeah, so
as opposed to here's
right.
two, pick one.
So if you have 5 kids,
You need a bigger vehicle,
Right.
and we're going to help you find that.
and here's the coolest part about this. Where do they make their payments?
They make their payments directly to the lender that they're financed with.
Not
or credit
to
union.
Utah
Not to us.
credit approval.
No.
To the bank, like grown-ups do.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? We're going to be working with you for a long time.
Right.
And I want to thank everybody. And if you have someone that you know in your life that could use this Utah credit approval, Melissa will help you out.
I will.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
being here.
Thank you. Take care.
Apply today.
And drive away.
All right, welcome back to the Todd and Erin Morning Stream at GetPartDaily.com. Where did this come from?
The war on Christmas has begun. And the first shot has been fired across the bow.
All right, let's just relax on the Christmas stuff. All right, now, what we're... Wait, no, let's get it right
Wait,
there.
what?
That's good. We could do the show by going, hello? Oh, I might have broken it.
You broke
Sorry.
the poinsettia.
Well, let's just stop messing with Christmas stuff.
You
That's so
broke the
dumb.
plant.
All right,
your
stop
fault.
it. All right,
It's your fault.
tell me something good.
This is actually really wonderful. Now, bear with me. There's a 6-year-old from Victoria. His name's Levi Budd. who I
His
adore
name is
already.
what?
Levi Budd.
Levi Budd.
And he's always been fascinated by the English language and how crazy it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going viral on social media right now. He made a video describing how he made up an ingenious new word, and he is requesting that the Webster Dictionary added to the lexicon. And here's the deal. He's a fan of palindromes, which is, how a word that is the same when it's spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Spelled forwards and backwards is the same thing. Such as race car, civic, level. Well, upon seeing it...
Hang on, I'm still working on that. Race car. Race car.
Yeah. Think about civic,
Civic.
level.
Dyslexia.
Well, he was at a stop sign in the car with his parents, and he went, oh, wait. He said, stop spelled backwards is a whole different word. It's pots.
Right.
And then he asked his parents, well, is there a word for that like there is for palindrome? He said, is there a word for a word
Spelled backwards is
that
another
is
word.
And they said, I don't think so. So they actually did research because it's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And there really isn't one. So he said, I would like it to be the Levi drone.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Instead of the
Right.
palindrome, it's the Levi-drome, which seems completely reasonable.
What kind of support is he getting on this?
Well, this is the funniest part. So he started doing the cause with the Merriam Dictionary and the Webster, and then he went to the Oxford Dictionary people, and they were all kind of ignoring his request, like, you're an adorable 6-year-old. That's just super sweet. And then William Shatner, who is also from Victoria, Canada, kind of came across it during his social media stream, and he went, this is one of my own.
Shatner jumps
So
in.
Captain James T. Kirk jumped in and said, this is something that needs to be done. So he did the social media petition, and everybody started signing it on Twitter faster than the 3 dictionary groups could even keep up with it.
That's funny.
And so at this point, it does look like Oxford has put it onto their word watch list, which means this is one of the words in contention for actually entering into the dictionary the next year. But word is already from Webster that it's going in
Really?
2018. Isn't that adorable? So it'll be the Levi
That's
drone.
very cool. That's
I
very
think that
cool.
is so cute.
We have a winner for the Christopher giveaway, and this is our big thank you for you watching and putting up with us, which has been really kind of cool, and goofing around on Facebook with us, because that's really just nice to have the back and forth thing. But our winner today.
And explain what happens with the whole holiday experience and how much fun it is, though, because that's really cool.
So Erin brought up this point because it's so cool. Is because it's Christmas downtown Salt Lake City, and Pierpont Ave is like right down Salt Lake City. So what better way to get together with 3 of your friends and sit down and have an incredible steak dinner and have fun, and then maybe do a little walking around and talking and maybe bump into some carolers and run away and then but have a great time. How do you do it?
All right, so it's very simple. All you do is just go on one of our Facebook pages. That could be Gebhardt Daily, Gebhardt Approved, or the Todd and Erin Facebook page. Under the show today, just make a note. It's really it's really embarrassingly that
someone's going to be eating, and this is the winner.
So congratulations to Angie White. She is going to be heading down to Christopher's with 3 of her closest friends. Now, you do want to comment, because we do pick another winner next week. Did you know they cater too, by the way? If
For
you can't,
Christmas.
if
You can
can't
go
both in
there as
time,
well, yeah.
But they'll also cater,
Yeah.
if you insist on having it in your break room, they'll still cater and make amazing food.
Not having enough opportunities to screw with your friends? There's a brand new app that's going to let you do that, and we'll tell you coming up next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Utah Credit Approval. Bad things happen to good people, helping you on the road to good credit with just the right car. Go to utahcreditapproval.com or call them at 801-404-7201. Also brought by Columbus Travel. Columbus Travel has an epic sale on cruises through the 21st of October. You can get hotel and everything you can imagine just for less than the price you would of simple airfare. You have to talk to them first at columbusvacations.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com.
Apply today.
And drive away.
At All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we have the best service and the best warranties. Check us out at allutahplumbing.com.
Oh yeah, there's the poinsettia that you threw over on its side.
I was wrong.
With no love.
I was wrong.
You hurt the poinsettia.
There is a war on Christmas. Poinsettia's chipped over on its sign. Poor this guy, you flattened him. Perhaps there is.
I did that because there was a Santa hat sticking up your nose from the camera angle.
Here, aim this at me just for a second. Here, I'll just...
Sure.
Your move fingers there. Look at what this. Here's the story. Here's the face. Really? All right.
I know where this is going. Explain it.
There's just too much.
No, it's actually apparently not too much, and it's now being accountable.
Okay. We had yesterday. Who did we have?
Oh, are you kidding? It was the Today
Today
Show.
Show.
Yeah,
And now
after 20 years.
today, National Public Radio. Are you kidding me? Garrison Keillor.
Prairie Home Companion,
Yes.
where the women are in charge and the children are above average.
Yes, sort of.
Okay, here is one thing that I would like to point out to this as a leavening thing, though. He's had a single complaint, And he actually went on Facebook and talked about it. He is.
Oh, I didn't see this.
He did
Go
not.
ahead.
He did not want to step down. He said they fired me. I refused to go. They said, "You want to resign?" And I said, "No." He said it was a single person. She was very upset about something, and she was wearing an open back blouse in the back. And he
Yes.
put his hand on her
Skin.
to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," on her back, and he realized he touched her on her skin, and she recoiled, and he went, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Is that the full story?
That, according to him, and then he wrote her an apology email.
Right.
And he hadn't heard another thing about it until her attorney called, I guess, a couple of days ago.
Did this just happen?
This just happened. So what I'm saying is this one, I can't say either way, because we've seen them in where they just go, yeah, and they capitulate and they drop. They know they've nailed them. They know that that there's a pattern of abuse.
Right.
With this one, there has never been another complaint, and NPR even said that. And so
This is the first time I've seen the story, though.
because he's willing, because he came out and wanted to defend himself.
Right.
I'm going to give a little tiny bit of benefit of the doubt there that there might be more to the story before we go.
Okay.
So let's.
Because seriously, Lake Woe be gone?
I know, right? Not Prairie Home Companion.
He's been doing that. Matter of fact, he talked about retiring 4 years ago, and he just can't.
We'll talk. You know what? Let's put a hold on that one and watch
right.
how it develops. I bet over the weekend we'll see some
Isn't that
different
odd what
information.
you just said, though? Isn't that odd what you just said?
What?
Let's put a hold on that one. Because it's like which bombing are we talking about, right, in the world?
I know. And once again, most men are amazing human beings. You who love your daughters and you would never consider treating a woman badly in the workplace, and you love your wife, you are the men that there is more of you than the scumbags. And so we're sorry that you're getting tarred with the same brush. Because you are great. You are not like those people. I have to keep repeating that because I get the feeling men just go, "You all think we're pigs." I mean, I really get that feeling
Lauer.
sometimes.
I saw yesterday a clip, and it was frightening to watch. And it was Matt Lauer interviewing Bill O'Reilly, and the interview, and he was hard, and he was pushing the questions on why Bill O'Reilly got fired because he was treating women like he was. And this is
hypocrisy of that.
Matt Lauer grilling him on this.
In righteous indignation, huh? The hypocrisy.
You'd have to have two brains to function and thinking about what you've done and focus on attacking the guy who did the same thing you did.
Matt Lauer had a button in his office under his desk that he could
That's what
push
they're saying.
that would lock the door.
More is coming out.
That's pretty sick.
The stuff that's coming out is going to be, and you know, him being fired and stuff doesn't stop it.
Okay, once again, there are more nice guys. There are more of you than there are of them. So thank you for being one of the good ones. All of you. It's so hard to see this.
Right,
This
so-
is so scary.
This is really scary.
Well, it's amazing to me because, number one, I want to thank all the airlines because they have all gotten extremely rigorous training, and this was not required, but every major airline in the United States has done it. Rigorous training with their staff and crew,
Right.
saying this is what you look for in a sex trafficking victim. These are the signs that you pay attention to.
On the plane,
on flights, yeah.
as a passenger, you see something.
Yeah, they talk about some elements like the woman may seem very shy or submissive or terrified.
Right.
The woman may not be able to speak, and the other person speaks for her.
Right.
You may notice that the other person has hold of her passport, and she doesn't have hold of her own passport.
Right.
So there's a lot of signs that they look for. And
The other one is when they go to the bathroom, they never go to the bathroom alone.
Alone.
They always stand outside the door.
Exactly. And that's so, God bless them. These people have been really focused, and they have actually caught several people, and they've rescued women. This has been amazing. On this particular Delta flight, unfortunately, it didn't go that way. And I kind of think this woman should be a little bit more empathetic, but she's Stephanie Ung. She just turned 26, and she was questioned by the Delta staff for more than an hour, and they never gave her a straight answer as to why she was being detained.
This was not on the plane. This is
after she landed, and she
Okay.
said, "I just kept telling them I wanted to go home for my family Thanksgiving, and they were making me they were making me late, and they didn't care." She said, "The fact that I missed dinner with my family, you can't take that back." But here's the deal, and they had thought they had gone through all of the things with her, and
they
had seen all the signs. The crew had seen the signs, and then they contacted,
Right.
customs security when they got to the airport.
Right.
And she said, "I know human trafficking is huge within the Asian community, right? But that was the only reason I could see you stopping me." And they said, "Well, but no. Several of the reasons why. Number one, she was never left alone because I guess she had two male friends with her. Number two, she didn't have control of her own passport. One of the guys pulled it out for her when they were doing.
Right.
And I'm sure there's a million reasons because
Right.
she's not one of the, she's not a sex trafficking victim, but she's really ticked off and she was kind of claiming it was this whole racial abuse and mean thing. But it's like, well, but they were really doing what they were trying to do.
Yeah,
to
but
protect people.
it's still.
But they should have told her, and they should
Yes.
have, yeah.
And there should be a line of questioning that'll straighten it out in a matter of moments. Like, let's call your parents. Do you have a daughter?
How do you?
What's her name?
How do you know who's on the other end of the line?
Fine.
So
Call CSI.
if this happened to me, I would go, thank you. This sucks. I missed my Thanksgiving, but thank you for being worried.
I'd like to be there and witness that moment where you said thank you.
I think the ladies who gave me the full body search in that one scary room at the airport.
Thank goodness. And thank you for letting me know I have nothing in my cavity.
I have never had one of those, but it was pretty
Speaking
close.
of that, Monica Lewinsky's back in the news.
Smooth transition, Todd.
Thanks. She's upset. And what a great promo this is for the brand new thing on Headline News. They're doing a series Sunday night called Clinton Lewinsky Scandal.
How it really happened. You have that tweet? I want to put this up. So this apparently is the picture, and it said HLN to revisit the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And so she put up the Star investigation, the Clinton impeachment on her photo and said, fixed it for you, you're welcome.
So what's good is everyone gets some attention.
I think we can agree that everyone there just needs to get a nice tard with the same brush thing.
I feel like screwing with some friends. How do I do it?
This is so epic. Okay, Instagram always comes up with really interesting new apps, but this one I like a lot. They're trying to encourage people to privately message one another more often.
Why?
Just because people aren't using that feature, and to be honest, we have 18,000 followers on Instagram, and
That would take a bit of time.
I don't think I've ever gotten a private message from one of them. Not ever.
Well, that makes me feel better because I know there's some weird people out there.
But it's interesting. So the process involves editing a friend's photo that's sent to you via direct message with stickers and custom text and doodles. So basically, you're defacing their pictures, and then you get to send it back to them with another photo of you, so that they can equally deface you
So
as well.
These aren't pre-made stuff. You can draw them. Oh my Lord!
Isn't that fun?
Oh, I would do this all afternoon.
See, I mean, seriously, that would.
Send a message to Erin right now.
Please
Do.
You can deface any one of our pictures.
I'll
It
spend
won't be that hard.
I'll be spending the whole day at this.
I thought that was kind of fun. Some people are like, "No, this is going to cause chaos," and I'm like,
Well,
why?
throw your phone away then.
because no one sees it except for the person you're private
Oh,
messaging it to, unless they want to put it up.
Seriously, I'm
And then
itching.
they get to nail you as well.
Oh, you'd be surprised what I can doodle.
No, I'm not at all
That
surprised.
sounded
I've been
weird.
married to you for 20 years.
Sounded weird when I said that.
That's because you kind of are.
Oh, of course I know.
All right, that's all right. Coming up next, this is so funny. We told you about the 14-year-old who created the cheat sheet for one of the video games.
Yeah.
The kid's getting sued by the game maker for $2 million. We'll tell you about it next. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor, Mortgages Made Simple. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, you'll find out that you can get a mortgage with a credit score as low as 600. Fink and McGregor, also by the Vein Clinic. If you go to theveinclinic.com, you can schedule an appointment and find out some amazing options for pain-free removal of varicose veins and spider veins. Your legs can look great again with the Vein Clinic. And also by Black Diamond Experts. They're experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air. And they also have a brand new store up in Ogden now. If you'd like to reach them, you can go to blackdiamondexperts.com.
Hey, it's Todd and Erin, and this is pretty cool.
We are at the Intermountain Alta View Clinic. Now, this is actually 22 clinics, all squooshed together with some amazing specialties. And the nice thing about it is you can take care of everybody in your family all together.
Now, don't touch anything because it's still kind of wet because it's so brand new. Now, they're having the open house, like you said, on December 7th, but they've got some great things. If you go to their Facebook page, what you can do is register there for some great prizes, like movie tickets, like Lower Bowl Jazz tickets, and, Disneyland tickets.
A trip for 4, by the way, and of course, celebrity guests.
Right here, celebrity guests with food, and there he is now, the jolly old soul. How are you doing, Santa?
I'm doing great. I like this place.
Well, you should. It's got something that everyone can use.
Health for the holidays.
That's what we have.
Santa is rather profound.
We'll see you December 7th. This is a dramatic tech shot.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Is it adding gravitas to the show? A certain
Erin.
weightiness? Yes. What?
Really?
My feet were cold. Every time you throw out one of my slippers.
An angel dies. I know. Let's shoot this.
Oh, come on. Todd. Santa is very disappointed in you.
Thank you. All right.
Santa's very disappointed in you.
Should we should we get some information?
First of all, let's do the Epic Games because this is really
Okay.
funny. Okay, this kid is cool. I like her.
All right.
Epic Games makes the wildly successful multiplayer free-to-play game Fortnite. And it's basically a big pitched battle between players, and they all get to be awesome avatars, and they go crazy.
More
It's a
games
lot-
I
it's a lot of
cannot
fun.
play, and everyone knows why.
Yep.
I have an addictive personality, and if I ever got to play a game with battles and stuff like that, or army, I would never come out of the basement.
There's a reason we don't own an Xbox.
And when I did, Zoe would be graduating from college.
Now, this is interesting. A 14-year-old boy named Caleb Sky Orbit Rogers
What?
made a little video for his YouTube channel in which he demonstrated the use of a couple of the hacks, a kind of a little cheat sheet
On
that
the
kind of,
game.
that kind of moved you past a couple of the platforms,
Right.
kind of moved you through a little quicker. So, not a big deal. Got a lot of hits. People were starting to watch it a lot. Unfortunately, right up to the point that Epic Games caught wind of it, and they said that it was a copyright violation. And they said, you know what we've decided to do is we're going to sue you for $2 million as a test case.
Excuse me.
Now, Caleb Rogers correctly asserted there is no copyright infringement here. Videos that capture small snippets of a video game do not violate the game creator's copyright because they are fair use. Yeah, apparently you can take you can take a small part of the work. This is something we go through all the time on our show of what can we use that's not that's not under copyright. But so he put the notice back on YouTube as well, his rebuttal.
He's brave.
They were really ticked, and he showed the letter from the lawyer about the $2 million.
It's really brave.
And so his mother got really ticked off, and she pointed out that that Epic claims her minor child is incapable of forming a contract, so he couldn't be breaching the copyright. So it went through a lot of really complicated stuff. But the funny thing is that they went back and said the reason we have to sue you now is because you put this up on YouTube, and so this means we wouldn't be able to sue anybody else if we didn't sue you. And his mother's like,
Doesn't make sense.
but this is,
So they're going to do it.
This is like the whole maze of like copyright and game playing and like underage and like social media and how it just ramps it all up. But everyone is still going, so now they're getting a flood of criticism from people going, you're really going to sue a 14-year-old for $2 million. They're like, yes, we are. So I'm dying to see how this one turns out.
What is that guy, we're talking about just playing a little clip of Ferguson. What's the guy's late night show?
Craig Ferguson?
Yeah, and so he's done things where he walks out on stage and on a podium there is a player, and he goes over on purpose and he hits it, and it plays 7.5 seconds of a song. Because you can listen to a song and play a song on air.
For 7.5 seconds?
You don't have we don't have a music license here. So radio stations do. But here we could play 7 seconds of a song and then stop it, and you wouldn't be in breach of or violating any copyright.
You know we're going to have to start doing that, right?
No.
On principle?
Someone will go to prison, I know.
Oh, no, I need to do
until
that
it's
now.
straightened out.
I did not know this option was available to me.
It is.
Alrighty, let's go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. And of course, she is brought to you by Fink and McGregor, Mortgages Made Simple. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, there's a quickie 4-minute quiz, and it spits out all kinds of different mortgage options for you, and someone will call you back within the next business day. It's Mortgages Made Simple. Also by the Vein Clinic. Go to theveinclinic.com and sign up for a consultation at their Riverton office. I just had a procedure done on my varicose veins that was literally painless and left no scarring. It was amazing. Give it a try, theveinclinic.com. And also by Black Diamond Experts. They're experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air, available 24/7, and a brand new office in Ogden. Go to blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Good morning, Todd and Erin. Hello again, everyone. Here's a look at national and world news for Friday, December 1st on GepHardtDaily.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average surged past the 24,000 mark for the first time ever Thursday, just 1 month after topping the 23,000 barrier. The Dow surged in early trading, up more than 100 points from Wednesday's close. Since President Donald Trump took office, the Dow has increased nearly 6,000 points, about 25%. It has recorded 79 daily highs since the inauguration. Dutch police have launched an investigation into the abrupt and shocking death of war criminal Slobodan Praljak, who swallowed a vial of poison after an international court upheld his conviction. Praljak drank the liquid Wednesday during a hearing at the Yugoslavia Tribunal in The Hague, in which the court upheld a war crimes conviction against the former Croatian military and political leader, stemming from the Bosnian War in the 1990s. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison. The 72-year-old stood and drank the substance and said, "I just drank poison. I am not a war criminal. I oppose this conviction," after losing the appeal. And a Scottish airline helped reunite a girl with her missing teddy bear in style by sending the stuffed animal back home on a first-class flight. Logan Air shared photos of the missing teddy bear's trip after 4-year-old Summer left it behind at Edinburgh Airport before a flight to Orkney, Scotland. The airline showed Summer's missing toy some Teddy Loving Care, or TLC, by giving the stuffed bear its own seat in first class, as well as a caramel wafer. The small white teddy bear also posed with selfies with the pilots before making its way home. That's it for now. For more headlines from across the country and around the world, go to GebhardtDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right, thank you, Daisy. I have to tell you, Brio Technologies, we've talked about them on the show before. These are the people that, let's say your company is going up against other people on a bid on a job or whatever. And some guy sits at a big round table and he goes, here's what I got. Just take a look at that and we'll take that contract. And then you stand up and your people stand up and they go, let's just take a look at the wall here. And they show a speaker, and then they show digital billboards, and then they show the lighting, and then smoke effect if you want it. They can make your company look so good, everybody else look like that. It's incredible. So these are the people who do. Matter of fact, one of them is on tour with David Archuleta right now. They did work for the Piano Guys. Just got off the road with them, but they do a lot of business stuff. So if you need someone to set it up, buy it from them, rent it from them, run it for you, it's BioAudiovisual.com.
BioAudiovisual.com.
There you go. Mm-hmm. I remember this so vividly.
No way.
I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you back in time. Ready? Pong. No, not bong. Pong. Right? Think about it. What black and white game? 2 paddles that did this, and then that ball that just bounced back and forth. Now here's one. They actually had it and developed it for a console system that you could take in your house. I remember the first Pong game I saw like it was yesterday.
Was it really 45 years ago?
So 45th anniversary of it. And I was at the Turnpike Bowling Alley outside of Boston on Route 2. We were standing there because there were girls. And we were standing there in a group and we were talking and stuff. And I remember I looked over like this and I went, "Hello, what do we have here?" And it was a stand-up.
If you said it in that voice, I'm sure none of the girls wanted to talk to you.
I didn't need the girls. I had Pong. And so you walked out, and it still cost $0.25 back 45 years ago. So that was like $8. And I looked at it, I remember looking at it and go, what's going on here? Put the quarter in, and I started playing. I didn't know you needed 2 players. So then we got another person, and that was the first time I can tell you which direction the machine was facing.
Wow.
I know. Because it was
amazing.
Like, what is this modern technology? Who would have thought that we'd end up where we are now?
I don't think that any of that ever infiltrated my consciousness until Ms. Pac-Man. And then things changed. Things changed. I was like an elementary school hustler. I was hustling people for quarters so I could play.
We went to an arcade not too long ago for a kid's birthday party. And I called her over and I went, "Erin, there's a Miss Pac-Man game." It was like I got pushed out of the way by the face. And she's
It's
like,
just-
money, money, money,
it's
give me
the-
money, give me
It's
money.
the way she eats up all the little fruits. They're so lovely.
And she's really good at it. And she was so happy.
It was a wonderful thing.
Everyone was happy.
Everyone was happy.
All right, so coming up, I'm not sure which one to tell you about because they're all so good.
They're
okay,
kinda
yes,
epic.
I got it.
All right.
Bigfoot. Scientists. Explanations.
No.
Coming up next.
The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, there's a short 4-minute quiz, and at the end of it, you can find a whole array of mortgage options, and someone will call you back from Fink and McGregor within the next business day. Also by Utah Credit Approval. Go to utahcreditapproval.com because they know that bad things happen to good people, but that shouldn't stop you from repairing your credit and getting a reliable automobile at utahcreditapproval.com. And also all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. John has 24/7 service because he knows that emergencies can happen any time of the day or night. And right now they have a $69 special to check out all your heating systems to make sure they're working well. Just go to allutahplumbing.com.
So Jeff, you do mortgages, right?
I do.
How do you do?
Well, you go to our website, 4minutemortgage.com, fill out the application. We'll call you within 1 business day. The whole thing takes about a month, start to finish.
We went to the bank
They got really personal.
and went through all of our personal records and all of our finances.
And then there was that little deal about the $8,000 closing costs.
Took like 4 months.
That's funny. That's funny.
Uh-oh, don't pay your mortgage. Don't pay your mortgage.
Get a credit card and sign for everything.
Don't. You just go crazy because it's all going to end. Cataclysmic super eruption.
Well, a lot of people are thinking about this right now because of what's happening. I mean,
What?
well, with the eruption.
Oh, the current one. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh,
And that
good.
you can't get out of the airport because there's too much ash in the air to fly. So all the tourists are like, well, this is an awkward vacation.
Yeah, unless there's a hole and it fills up with. So anyway, scientist at Bristol University. I know I'm immature. I know it.
Totally.
Talking about super eruption. Now they just found out the Yellowstone is a really hot site, but it's bigger than they thought, and it's shallower than they thought, and if it ever goes, But this they're talking about the world, around the world.
This is like a super eruption. They say this could be as a geohazard that is like destructive on a global scale.
Right, and you know how this is the kind of size where it goes off, it covers a continent with ash, right? And you know what happens then, right?
Yeah, then it blocks out the sun, and then of course temperature plummets, and
Right.
also you can't grow anything.
Right.
And the classic example of this, which is really interesting, is just the eclipse, the solar eclipse that we just had.
I know.
And we were 94% occluded. We weren't even full occlusion, but as the lights started going down, there was a 15-degree drop in temperature. Like that, instantly. And when I talked to my nephew who went to see the complete eclipse that was
Right.
completely occluded, he said it dropped a good 20 degrees and you could see the breath of air coming out of your mouth in the seconds that it was occluded. That's how fast it happened.
That's why dinosaurs died.
So you think about that, though, on a year to, I don't even know how long it takes to get out of the atmosphere.
Well, they were thinking it was 45 to 714,000 years in between. So that
Well, that would be good.
So that yeah,
Gives us a little breathing room.
but no.
Oh.
Their new paper just published. They re-estimated the range from 5.2 to 48,000 years.
This seems like sort of like the day after tomorrow when Dennis Quaid starts circling things
Right.
and going, you're going to die if you're above this level.
Exactly, and everybody migrates to Mexico
Illegally.
Luckily, we don't have a wall. So anyway, because we all died, so now they're saying it's a lot closer, and when it goes off, it's going to make. If it goes off on the other side of the world, it'll affect everyone.
That's an inspiring story. I'm so glad we
Merry
shared that.
Christmas.
Enjoy. All
So-
right, now let's talk about something that really matters. Let's talk about something of incredible scientific significance. I mean, that, global
Patty?
catastrophe thing, yeah, okay. But let's talk about something that really matters to all of us.
Okay.
The Yeti.
Scientists have gotten involved. You know, there's people around the world that have articles that they believe came from
Like
Bigfoot.
like fur samples or
Fingernails,
unfortunately they also have droppings, which I'm like,
Teeth.
you keeping that? Because
poop.
they
And
call
they-
that scat. It's the
I
more
call
mature
it.
term.
I call it poop. I call it other things too, but we're doing this. So anyway, can you imagine? Just picture glass case, someone's house, poop, and our tooth, and then hair. Seems like everyone's got hair.
Well, he's hairy.
And he
I'm
rubs
sure
ag-
that rubs against trees
Rubs
and
against
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
And a lot of the people you know have probably bought these.
it is an incredible thing.
wait.
You could pass it down to your kids.
I just have $1 million idea.
Oh gosh.
Give me your hair. Just,
Are you saying that I have Yeti hair? Are you saying that my hair looks like it belongs on a Sasquatch? Is that
No.
what you're really saying to me right now?
no.
You liar.
So
Now I
anyway,
know.
the group came out and they did DNA.
It's the scientific stuff that conclusively proves things.
They did DNA on it, on all the hair. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, if you bought hair on the internet that was a Yeti's, imagine this, you've been taken.
No.
Yes.
We're talking about a conclusive examination of the sacred Yeti fur, and we have found out what?
Do you want to know what it is? What fur would be left on a tree or a branch?
Well, deers have hides, so it's not the same.
Himalayan brown bear.
Yeah.
Asian bear.
They're delightfully fluffy. Look at that.
All the different kinds of bear.
Yeah, that's a big fluffy bear. I could see that happening.
And their hair is all bear hair.
Bear hair. So essentially, every single Yeti or Sasquatch sample they received and did a DNA testing on was
Right.
in effect.
No,
Bear hair.
wearing a bear jacket.
You know, you don't know. He might have gotten cold. Or maybe he's balding and he's embarrassed, so he's got like a bear toupee.
It's happening. We're back on track.
Okay, now the conspiracy's back
No.
and the Knights Templar are involved. They've been making the bear coats for them.
Wearing a bear jacket. All right, you guys, between you and Zozo, the sugar intake in our house has gone through the roof.
I know, and I'm not proud about
And
it.
then I caught you watching a video yesterday.
Oh, no. We'll show this. You've got to see this. This is this place called Mo and Moshi's in Bangkok, Thailand. And I've actually heard about this place before. They have made desserts so unnatural, so spectacular, that it literally like kills people. One of the new ones is a 22 scoop ice cream. It starts with this, it's the pink one right in the middle. Starts with this layer of parfait, then the strawberries, then the waffles, then there's this gigantic thing of all these cake chunks inside, then the 22
She's losing control of her mind.
scoops of ice cream. Then we go into the sacred whipped cream. Then we go into all the candy pixie sticks in the top.
This could go
Look
on
at
all
the one
day.
on the, okay, look at the one on the right. It's a parfait, and then it's got ice cream cones on top. Or the one over in the top left, which is my personal favorite. Zoe and I will fly to Bangkok, Thailand, just for this. That is all the different colors, candy colors of marshmallows, with 2 different layers of fluff, and then all of the 15 scoops of ice cream in between.
Take a breath. Are you done?
That went viral yesterday on Twitter, and I sat there and stared at it, and Zoe caught me, and we both did. We just sat there and went, oh, that's pretty.
And what did you say? What did Zoe say when she saw this?
Pretty?
No, didn't she
Oh,
say?
where do we find one of these? Dead serious, like, where, and I'm like, honey, we'd have to fly to Bangkok, Thailand. She goes, when can we go? I'm like, baby, it's not like that. It'll take, she's like, when are we going to
Just
Bangkok?
like her mom.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys,
There's my legacy.
thanks so much for being with us. Have a great weekend. The Todd and Erin morning stream on GetBartDaily.com. And we will see you Monday right here. Now, you want to leave the show.
This is a moment of awesome. I have waited for this. Now, we know, because we've seen this here, that you can get a DUI on a riding lawnmower.
It's true.
Because we had the priest who shoplifted the beer, and that's what happened there.
Yes.
And then we found out, the minister, excuse me. And then we found out that you can have a DUI on a bicycle
That's
because
true.
someone else was carrying a full party ball on their
Right.
shoulder while trying to
in,
pedal.
in traffic.
Now, the question is this. This is the question. What about a horse? Can you get a horse DUI?
Depends, I guess, where you are.
Well, what if you actually ride the horse into the store
Let's-
to purchase your beer and then ride?
Let's watch, shall we? We'll see you Monday.
Have a good weekend.
Ahí está el tecate, cóbramela ya, güey, porque este güey está todo desesperado. Pásamelo porque está...
I'm just kidding. It's John with All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Give us a call so that you don't get coal delivered. Hey, Todd.
John,
What's up, bud?
nice
You
to see
okay
you.
there?
No. You've been telling us for weeks and months that was going to get cold.
I've been telling you.
We don't listen to you. So I'm walking by one of your guys. He's on the phone, and he's talking to a client, and he's telling him about a furnace AC packagey thing.
Right. This is excellent. This is cool.
Right.
So basically, your equipment's usually the same age.
Right.
You know that. They're the same age.
Right.
So furnace AC. So basically, we have a package. So you get a furnace, air conditioner together. Well, we have, if you do that, a $2,000 discount.
On the package.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't make any sense to replace the furnace and not the AC because they work together.
Correct. It's a great decision, great investment. You don't necessarily have to, but here's the deal. We've sweetened it up. So not only do you get the $2,000 off,
Right.
but then you get an air scrubber with it.
Oh, these are great.
Oh my gosh. What these do is you got mold. It helps with allergies,
Right.
all the bacteria.
Right.
Then it also takes care of dust and cleans the air.
Because
healthy, clean air.
This is the time that you shut your house down.
Right.
And the bad stuff stays in.
Exactly, because it's just circling. So therefore, that's an $1,100 value. So basically, 2011, that's $3,100. You're getting the furnace basically for free, installed. It's great.
And what's the first move? Why do people suddenly go, I need a new furnace? Because it's not a sexy buy. It's not. It's like,
No.
I need a sports car. No. So what is the motivating thing that makes people go, yeah, I got to bite the bullet and invest in my house?
Right. It's really two things. They find out we came out, there's a problem, an actual safety problem.
Right.
Or something major breaks, it's expensive.
Right.
So really there's three, that's funny.
Right.
At any rate, then the next is just age. People are like, oh, this thing's old, I know
Right.
it is, I want more efficiency,
Right,
I
right,
want it to
right.
run, and I don't want to worry about it. And then we come in every year and just keep taking care of it like the programs.
Make it
that we
last
have.
longer.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
Right, and our stuff comes with a 10-year parts and labor warranty.
So they get you for 10 years.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Not sure they do, though. 10
Ouch.
years.
Ooh,
All right, so to go over it really quick, the real checkup for your furnace, $69.
Correct.
And then the furnace deal with the AC, how much?
$2,000 off.
Off. And then the scrubber comes
And then the
free.
scrubber, $1,100 more off.
So the
Because you
furnace-
get it for free.
All right, there you go. All right, John, tell them where to go.
Go to All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air.com or All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, 801-652-4755.